the life of Sadhguru, the founder of the Isha Foundation, and how his early years and experiences shaped him into the spiritual leader he is today. Sadhguru, whose birth name is Jaggi Vasudev, was born on September 3, 1957, in Mysore, India. He grew up in a middle-class family, with his father working as an ophthalmologist and his mother being a housewife. Sadhguru was the youngest of 4 children and was known for his mischievous nature. After completing his schooling, Sadhguru went on to study English literature at the University of Mysore.
For the first time, I did not know which is me and which is not me. The equation of time and space was suddenly not applicable for me. It was one majestic chaos, but utterly beautiful. If this inclusiveness is experienced by humanity, definitely we could find solutions for everything.
His real passion lay in spirituality, and he spent most of his free time meditating and seeking answers to life's biggest questions. It wasn't until he had a profound spiritual experience at the age of 25 that Sadhguru decided to dedicate his life to the pursuit of spiritual knowledge and helping others find inner peace. Sadhguru traveled extensively throughout India and studied under several gurus and masters to gain a deeper understanding of the spiritual world. Sadhguru got married to Vijay Kumari in 1984.
And that's the time she was working in a bank. She was so aligned to Sadhguru and always being around him. I remember how she shared about her marriage. When I asked Vijay, how did it all happen? She said that when she met Sadhguru, in that very first meet we knew each other. That's it and that's marriage for me.
It was a very simple wedding in a small Shiva temple in Irpur Falls.
His family and believes in leading a balanced life. Vijay Kumari has also been an active participant in Sadhguru's work through the Isha Foundation. She has played a crucial role in the Foundation's various initiatives, including its rural outreach programs, healthcare initiatives, and women's empowerment programs. Sadhguru and Vijay Kumari's relationship is built on mutual respect, admiration, and a shared commitment to spiritual growth. They are each other's pillars of support and have been through thick and thin together. Here are a few quotes from Sadhguru and Vijay Kumari about their relationship. Sadhguru said, "Vijay has been my partner, my friend, my confidant, and my greatest support in life. She is the grace that has held me up when I stumbled." Once Vijay Kumari said, "Our journey together has been an incredible adventure, full of laughter, love, and a shared sense of purpose. Sadhguru is my guru."
She did yoga only because it means something to me. She didn't do yoga for her health, she didn't do yoga for her well-being, she didn't care about her well-being. She did yoga only because it means something to me. I'm talking about it, so she was doing it. Any number of times she openly spoke about it to people. She wanted to do something that means something to me. For Vijay, who is my wife, but most of the time she more existed as my child than my wife because she was like that. But still we had a very engaging and engrossed kind of relationship all the time. She was like my shadow all the time, 12 years, she just was everywhere that I was. She organizes the yoga program, she goes around, works throughout the day, she does everything. Swami Nirmalananda was somebody I knew for a long time. I have met him almost 20 years ago or more, in a very strange kind of atmosphere, and ever since then, we've been little dallying with each other. 96 sometime early, we went to BR Hills, me and Vijay went there once. Radhe also was there at that time. We were talking to him and he said, next year, January, when the Uttarayana comes, I want to leave. I asked him why. He said, I've lived as a yogi, but I don't want to live as a rogi. I want to die as a yogi. He was asking me, I really not clear about how to live. He had built a small samadhi for himself. Will it work? What will happen? This and that. That's the first time I opened up to a completely different thing, and I spoke to him certain details about what is it that stops a person from living, what is it that makes a person live. Viji was there, she was listening to all this and she burst out into tears and she cried and cried and cried. So I just ignored her and continued to speak to him. Then he was also weeping off and on and asking me questions and questions, and we went into great detail of many things which usually are never spoken anywhere. We came down after meeting Nirmalananda, we just came, and just after that place I parked and I knew she was in some kind of mood. I just stood on the road and it's an incredible view. So I just was standing on the road, Radhe was also playing around there. And she came and fell at my feet and said, I also want to do what he's doing. I was just trying to joke and try to sort of dismiss the whole thing. She was crying and she was saying, I want to go like him. I said, okay, are you willing to do the sadhana? You do it, let's see. I never thought she'll have the perseverance to stick on to it like forever. So I told her a few things. If you do these things, let me see how seriously. If things come up to that stage, we will see. From that day, she just went like… she was another person altogether. Suddenly, the last 8–9 months, she became all focused and like that. Just the way she was going, I saw she's going so intensely. And after 2–3 months, she even started talking confidently that she's going to leave in another… Then I tried to slow her down a little bit. I said, what's the point now? All these 12 years of marriage, we were only traveling. Only now, just then, we had just had a place to live. She could call her own and cook and do things, which meant a lot to her, I mean. So I said, what is the hurry? And the girl is just 7 years old. I said, things are working out well for you also, why now? So she said, right now my inside is feeling absolutely beautiful and outside everybody is wonderful to me. This is the time I want to leave. I don't know how long I'll be able to maintain this. All my life I've been confused, wheels, everything. Right now I'm in a space where I want to be. I want to live like this. So many times in my own ways I tried to slow her down a little bit. The next December came, 96 December. Then we knew Nirmalananda will leave. From there we went on Karma Yatra. This is the final lap of Dhyanalinga consecration. So I wanted to clear up a few things for people involved, so I took them on a 6–7 state tour.
Yeah, I certainly experienced tremendous energy, and I can say I've taken 1 or 2 steps towards my growth. And certainly it has helped me to be a little more mature person, and I consider myself very lucky to… I only hope that I carry and be of some useful to everyone.
By now, after the Karma Yatra, she was all glowing like a full moon. People who saw those last few weeks, they could clearly notice she was like blown like a full moon. Then I had to tell them, she said she's going to go shortly. They wouldn't believe it. I said, that's how it is. December Paurnami onwards, she started serving the people. 3 Paurnami, she wanted to cook and serve and she wants to leave. Then on 21st, we dropped Radhe at school. And that's when she was talking to Radhe already that I won't be there after some time. The girl was just about fine, she didn't take that, and they came back 21st evening from Ooty. 23rd evening is when she left.
Sadhguru, his wife Viji and his disciple Buradi were involved in intense spiritual practices for the consecration, and Viji suddenly left her body, attained Mahasamadhi, on January 23, 1997. Viji's intentions for Mahasamadhi were not a secret. She expressed her strong desire to leave her body in this yogic way to many people, including Sadhguru before. But she was not an accomplished yogi, and Sadhguru did not expect that she could pull it off. He reveals intricate and mystic details about Viji's Mahasamadhi. Among other things, he explains Viji chose that day to leave her body. Why would Sadhguru's own father-in-law file a complaint on him? Isha's explanation was that a disgruntled family member of an Isha devotee provoked Sadhguru's in-laws and influenced Viji's father to file a case. As one can imagine, all hell broke loose and the local Tamil media had a field day covering the issue. Sadhguru was on a US tour when this happened. So naturally, he was not in the ashram when police visited it for their investigation. Here critics wrongly allege that Sadhguru ran away to the US without realizing that he was already in the US when the case was filed. They found no evidence for the allegations after their inquiries. There were many witnesses around when Viji died, and her cremation was also witnessed by many. So the case was closed and Sadhguru was freed of all charges. But, of course, critics still claim that Sadhguru murdered his wife when they only have speculation and no proof for their charge. So it is understandable that Sadhguru gets angry when the case is mentioned. The top 5 successes of Sadhguru's Save Soil Movement, a movement initiated by the Isha Foundation to promote soil conservation and regenerate India's soil health. Number 1 is Rally for Rivers.
This is not a protest, nor is this an agitation. This is a campaign to raise awareness that our rivers are depleting. Everyone. When I say everyone who consumes water must rally for rivers.
Number 2 is Kaveri Calling. The Kaveri Calling campaign was another milestone in the Save Soil Movement, which sought to rejuvenate the Kaveri River in southern India.
The water that comes down in the form of rain, we are not able to put it into the soil, mainly because there is no organic content and there's not enough trees and vegetation. If we plant these 242 crore trees, your lakes will be full, your wells will be full, above all, soil will be damp most of the year, and that is what is needed. This is why Kaveri Calling.
Project Green Hands is another initiative by the Isha Foundation that has been highly successful in promoting afforestation and soil conservation in Tamil Nadu, India.
We started a mass campaign and 6 years I spent planting trees in people's heads. That's the most difficult terrain, believe me. It's unfortunate that 7 lakh trees is a Guinness record. I want to see that everybody breaks the record.
Number 4 is Organic Farming Initiatives. The Isha Foundation has set up several organic farming projects across the country, which have helped farmers to increase their yield, reduce input costs, and improve the quality of their produce.
Yes, we're pumping poison into the earth like crazy. Suppose all the worms got poisoned. They died in big numbers, let's say. People will die in millions, just like that.
Number 5 is setting up soil testing labs. In addition to promoting sustainable farming practices, the Isha Foundation has also been setting up soil testing labs across the country.
We are in a cusp of time. If you do the right things now, in the next 15 to 25 years, we can significantly turn this situation around and regenerate the soil. But if we allow this to progress like this for another 30 to 40 years, after 40 years if we attempt this, then it could take 150 to 200 years because that much loss of biodiversity would have happened. From 21st of March for 100 days, the whole world, every human being on the planet should talk soil. So we must hear the word soil, save soil everywhere to see that the narrative on the planet changes towards the most vital aspect of our life, the soil. Each one of you should reach as many people as you can to make this happen. Many global leaders and influencers are already participating in the movement. Be a part of this and let us make it happen.
From my part, as much as I can contribute.
We're going to save the soil. Do your part.
And saving the soils.
Our future, our children's future, and our planet's future depend on it.
Save the soil.
We know what we must do, so let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen.